What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr, back with another live duel from locals. So on the right hand side we have Vanquish Soul K9, and on the left hand side we do have Draco Tail Dragonmaid. So starting off with Dr. Madlove searching out the Vanquish Soul field spell and then being instantly met with Droll and Lockbird. We're going to activate Stake Our Soul, revealing the best attribute in fire to get direct access to Raisin. Now usually it would be the best, but unfortunately because we're under Droll and Lockbird, not going to be as ideal as you would have liked it to be, because the Raisin would have searched the card. So we're going to go for Jiaolong instead. Going to be a very interesting option on this one. So we're going to activate the field spell. This would usually get you direct access to another attribute, but I think more so than anything, it's also going to be quite nice to protect from destruction effect. So we're going to be able to go directly into Dust Devil on this one. So just clarifying exactly what Dust Devil does, this one revealing different attributes will allow you to kind of accumulate different effects. So Jiaolong, because of Stake Your Soul, returns to the hand, setting the Dust Devil and then passing over to our opponent. Now we're about to see exactly how the synergized, or how it synergizes with the Dracotails, starting off with Ketu Dragontail. So this will allow you to add a card, but then also because your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon. So we're going to be able to add a Dracotail monster. And this is what I love about the synergy between the two of this one. And what I mean by that is, being able to use Ketu, it lets you fusion into a spellcaster or dragon. So with Dragonmaids, all of their fusion monsters are going to be dragons. Going directly for the Urgula here is a really good choice, because now if we do choose to fuse, which I'd be amazed if we don't, you'll be able to bait out either the field spell or be able to bait out the Dust Devil. And once you've only committed like one card from the hand that you haven't already searched and one card from the field, you're going to be in a good position. So we're going to go into Shu. So Shu is the Omni-Negate. So this is really good because we're not really chain blocking here. You're kind of putting your opponent in a position where no matter what you activate, as we resolve the chain backwards, it's probably going to get negated. So we are revealing Raisin in the hand for the Dust Devil. So that's only one attribute revealed. I assume we went Urgula to try and deal with the trap card. Just trying to pick up Shu. So when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Also after that, return this card to the extra deck. We got Raisin to the field off of the back of Dust Devil. We're destroying the field spell off of Urgula. I mean, that was a good kind of choice, because I feel you kind of put in a position where if they wanted to, you could negate the Dust Devil. So you're forcing the Dust Devil anyway, get rid of that. Attempting to use Raisin's effect to destroy in the column. We know there is a Jiaolong in the hand. We've got one set off the back of the Urgula. It would only be maybe Ketu. Not Ketu, sorry, we've already used Ketu. Rahu. It looks like we're going to be using Shu's effect to negate. Gets you direct access to house. Like, I love that little tag out. Like, that tag out's insane. Went with Flame. Okay, maybe we don't play Rahu because you want to be going into some link plays. Oh no, that's a Rahu in the hand. I ignore all of that. Activate Rahu, instantly met with the Ash Blossom. We knew the Ash Blossom was there. It was revealed off a Stake Your Soul, so we're probably trying to bait out from a position there. You kind of had to use Shu on the Raisin, because otherwise Raisin would have just cleared the Shu off anyway. So no real way to stop the Ash unless you had a call by or a cross out on that one. House is still going to be pretty good. It's still going to be quite strong at 3k. So it trades with the Dr. Madlove, and its defense is higher than the Dr. Madlove. So the Dr. Madlove couldn't return it to the hand even if it wanted to. So during the standby, target other Dragonmaid monster you control, especially on a dragon from the hand or grave. I think at this moment in time, we don't have another Dragonmaid, so we're going to normal summon down Moolulu. Attack with the Dragonmaid. Attack with Moolulu. This is interesting. So he could fuse with Moolulu and go into the Arfulion, and Arfulion could then recycle one card from the grave and recycle the Droll. But I don't know how effective that would be. Looks like we're just going to link them straight off, but you... Oh, you can, because Rahu was negated. Let me just double check the text on Rahu Dracotail. I believe it has to resolve, which is why like this goes through. I believe it has to resolve. Also for the rest of the after card resolves, so the effect was negated, so you're not locked. So going to seals, activate another Stake Your Soul. Stake Your Soul is going to get met with Flame. This can be Ghost Spell or Ash, and there is the Ash to stop it. Wow, okay. Interesting that we use the Ash on the Flame because we really want the Stake the Soul. Raisin is going to try and bait out this Erratic Seals. I'm trying to think how this one would play out. He still has Moodaloo, actually, because usually in Dracotail normally, you go Seals into Moodaloo, and then Moodaloo lets you fuse. Depends if there's a monster in that hand or not. If it gets used straight away, then you know they're not really going to be able to go into anything. So what do you go for? Because we know they've got the Jiaolong in the hand, which is the fire. Going for the Holy Sue of the earth. Raisin doesn't have enough, so it's just going to attack the Seals. I assume we're tributing the Seals off, right? Like, yeah, as soon as, I was going to say, like, I can't imagine why you wouldn't tribute the Seals off. That would be crazy. Go for Magnamur. Okay. Holy Sue, reveal Jiaolong, summon the Holy Sue down, summon down the Jiaolong, going into attack. Clear off the Magnamur. Like, you probably don't want to be... Or is Holy Sue only during the main phase? I don't know off the top of my head that little bit of text. Let me just double check. Might only be during the main phase. Yeah, it's during the main phase. Okay, cool. Haven't like played Vanquish Soul myself, so it's all these little bit of decks of remember, like the more and more you play it, the more and more you understand it. So are we going to try and go to rank 5? I'm trying to think what you'd best go for. You go Nash Knight. No, just going to go directly to Ripper. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Just bridge straight into the Canines. Canines should technically be really, really good against the Dracotail strategy in general, because the Dracotails just always use it. I'm assuming that's not a normal summon of Azuna. I'm assuming that's the effect of Azuna, for the pure fact that we activated Seals in the graveyard. Right? I think they're just explaining that. Okay, yeah, I think they were just double checking. But Seal's definitely activated in the graveyard, right? Because it tributes itself off, and then it activates a new chain in the graveyard because it was tributed. So, yeah. Just getting clarity on that one. Azuna, Lufus, come back. Rinse and repeat. So this will get you access to another rank 5. Usually, it's Nash Knight. Not too sure whether that will be Nash Knight or not, but that is the option. You also have the option to go into the Princess if he plays the Imperial Princess, but it looks like we're eyeing up the Nash Knight, which kind of makes sense, you know. It'd be the most logical one. Yeah, Nash Knight, absorb the Magnamur. Not that it makes much of a difference, but you just get that attribute. Using C107? Is that C107? Look like it. Interesting we just end it on the Nash Knight there. I quite like this though, because I quite like the fact that Nash Knight still has the ability to absorb, which is really kind of cool. Adds like another form of disruption. So resolving the Magnamut in the end phase, you're just double checking what we want to be adding back. The Ash on the Flame was massive, because that would have given a randomized draw and then, you know, traded off the Stake Your Soul. Is that a Rahu? Was that a Rahu in the hand? We got another Rahu. Going for Chamber. Chamber's like a great start to have, because normal summon Chamber, you fret by getting access to a Dragonmaid spell or trap. Ripper only trades with the hand or grave. No quick play, so maybe we're not playing the Werewolf package. Drawing for turn. One card left in hand. I think we know it. It's Raisin, right? Raisin. Going for Chamber. Chamber's going to resolve. Grab. What one is that? Apologies for all the glare. Like, I just don't have control over the lighting environment. I think it's Hospitality. Especially on the Dragonmaid from the hand or grave and defense, and you can send a Dragonmaid monster with the same attribute at a different level from the deck to the grave. That's what I'd assume it would be. It looks like that's the one. Yeah, summoning back Parlor. Sending one from deck to the grave. Sending Lopar. You can discard this card, target at the end of the battle phase, return this card to the hand. Can't be destroyed by card effect, where you control fusion, or use each following effect once per turn. I think it's more so that it's going to be Parlor that will attempt to try and go into that one, I believe. What are we resolving here? Resolving Parlor. Okay, cool. Send Tidying. I love Tidying. Such a good trap card for this. Let me just try and get all of the Dragonmaid cards up in front of me so that I can read them as I need to, because I'm probably going to definitely be needing to read those more than I am the Vanquish Soul cards. So, banishing Lopar from the graveyard and Parla to get us into the brand new Lady Dragonmaid. This card is just a great addition to the deck as well. So if you watch the previous duel that we had, which was Dragonmaid versus Red Dragon Archfiend, it's 2 Dragonmaid monsters with the same attribute but different levels. Must be special from the edge there by banishing the above monsters. 1 each from the grave and field. So Parla and Lopar. Going into Lady, we're going into another. If it is special, you get special on a level 4 or lower Dragonmaid from the deck, and that's going to get direct access to another Parla. I'm pretty sure Parla is like a hard once per turn anyway, so we're not going to be able to get more from there. But we've been able to turn. This all came off the back of Chamber, by the way, so remember that. Going into Striker Dragon, we're going into another Hieratic Seals. I think we're just considering at this position here whether we Nationalite to absorb, which is exactly what's going to happen here. Because I suppose you go SP Little Knight, right? And the SP Little Knight would trade with. So we go for the C101 that would trade with the Ripper. You can only use 1 Tidying effect per turn, so Tidying is still live. I'm assuming we don't have any Draco Tail cards here. Maybe it wasn't an SP, or maybe we just really want to leave the Lady Dragonmaid on the field, which is understandable. Like, I would want to keep it there. So what's that? It'll be quite interesting. I didn't realise that Lady was monster with the same attribute. Makes it a little less abusable, but still really, really good. Okay, so we're drawing for turn during the standby phase. Lady Dragonmaid is going to put back House. During the standby phase, fusion summon a Dragon Fusion monster from the edge there by shuffling its materials from the field and or banishment into the deck. So can't use the graveyard, right? So putting back Lopar and Parla. It's a shame you can't use the graveyard, but it makes sense. Going to shoot. Is shoot just generic? 2 Dragonmaids. 1 Dragonmaid monster and a level 5 or higher Dragon monster. LOL. Oh, he could have recycled. Urgla. Was Urgla used on this one? Yeah, could have recycled Urgla. But then also, there's no other Dracotail monster, which is a real shame, apart from Moodaloo. Could have recycled Moodaloo? No, it had to be level 5 or higher. But yeah, so you could have definitely recycled, Urgla. Still got the Ripper trade-off. Still got a Nationalite Absorb. I still love how easy this Nationalite just goes. Yoinky, yoinky. So we've got the Shoe. Do you want to trade the Shoe for the Nationalite? You suppose you kind of have to, otherwise the Nationalite's just going to absorb the Dracotail. I think they're just confirming that he's got another C number, and he doesn't, so I don't think he can absorb. Paired Earth Matter. Okay, so we've got Chamber, Parla, Shoe, Lady in one set. Ripper Search? Going to the CXZ's Nationalite. Understandably so. This can trade off with the spell. Depends on what we're trying to protect. We're going to use Chamber to return for Lopar. Have we moved into the battle phase? But at the start of the battle phase, return this card, and if you do, especially on a level 7 or higher Dragonmaid monster from the hand or grave. So going back to Lopar. Lopar is at the end of the battle phase. Return this card to the hand, and if you do, special summon a level 3 Dragonmaid. I wonder if he plays a level 3 Dragonmaid. So he's traded off the Parla. Maybe he doesn't play another level 3, but I suppose you just loop back Chambers of 4. Big sad. Normal summon Raisin. Raisin's effect's going to search. Raisin is going to threaten that column there. I believe. Do we still know what the other card in the hand is? We know Jiaolong and Holly Sue was locked under. I think that's the only one we know. So we're searching out Holly Sue. Raisin's going to go into Rock of the Vanquished. This has been such a grindy game 1 because we still have Dr. Madlove from like turn 1 in the grave, I think. So we're going to add the Jiaolong back because we've already revealed a card in the hand. We've got Holly Sue and Jiaolong that can enter the field of play, which could then make another rank 5. If Shu hasn't used his effect yet, whoa, Zeus. I mean, it's only a 1 material Zeus though. So Zeus can only be used once, but at least Zeus now threatens this field. Like, there's no way you don't chain Shu here, right? Oh no, it's a two material Zeus. Apologies, I thought it was a 1 material Zeus. I didn't see the Striker Dragon underneath it. Just gonna take it. That's interesting. I would have thought you would have traded the Shu off. Nibiru. That's why. Okay. I mean, is it a fair trade? Probably not, but that kind of makes sense now then, because you needed Zeus to clear the own field, so you could have shooed, but then you wouldn't have gained anything apart from using the other materials of Zeus, and you would have lost the monster from your extra if you had one. So Nibiru would draw for turn. Here's the Tidying. Tidying's going to bring back Lady. I would like to think this was drawn during opponent's turn, right? What's happening here? I need to remind myself on Tidying. Target a dragon. No. How do we get Parla? Special on a Dragonmaid monster from your hand or grave in defense position, but return it to the hand during the end phase. You can only use 1 Dragonmaid Tidying per turn. And then Lady Dragonmaid, if it's special level 4 or lower, during the standby phase. So, was that done during the opponent's end phase? Because if this was done during the opponent's end phase, then it should have come back to the Lady Dragonmaid should have come back to the hand. I'll give the benefit of the doubt that it was done during the draw phase, because I saw the draw from the draw phase would make sense, because you go draw phase, you do all of this in the draw phase, and then once you hit the standby phase, you've set up your graveyard for your Lady Dragonmaid. So really cool. I do like the access to Shu. Like, that Omni Negate access of Shu is pretty crazy. I suppose the only issue is that if you do all of that during the standby phase, you're opening yourself up for your own Nibiru in return, because you're on 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd summon at the moment. Normal summon chamber. There's an Ash in the hand. There's 1 spell that I can see, and we know that Parla returned to the hand as well. I think that spell's changeover. It must be changeover, right? Fusion summon a dragon fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as material. While this card is in the grave, target Dragonmaid. Okay, fine. So we're going to return chamber, looping the chamber around. Kind of reminds me of Dark World, the amount we kind of recycle some materials. So using the brand new Chimbra. Dragon Fusion once you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect. You only use each of one effects once per turn. Discard this card, special on a Dragonmaid monster from the grave or banishment, except itself. At the end of the battle, return this card to the hand. If you do, special level 4 or lower from the hand. So maybe we've already gone through battle phase, just not declared an attack on the token. Haha, he's gone into Feliz. I actually like Feliz. So this lets you banish a card on the field, and if you banish the card on the field, you have to return a dragon from the field to the hand. It's like pretty much made for Dragonmaids, which is really cool. Because what that will help you do is that will help you trigger the house. As long as you return a Dragonmaid monster, you trigger house to then destroy a card. So you banish a card, destroy a card, which is really cool. Chamber, Nibiru. Nibiru's got to be pretty fat, right? Because it was Zeus and... what was it? It was Zeus and something else. Going into the Blue Eyes Link 1. Why did we go into the Blue Eyes Link 1? That's the only Nibiru. So trading a Nibiru for a Nibiru. I don't know why we go into the Blue Eyes Link 1. Is there a reason for that? Because like you could have just gone into Hieratic Seals regardless. So the Nibiru token is only going to be Nibiru, Link 1, and Feliz. It won't get any stats off of the original Nib token. So its defense is only like, what's Nib? 600, I think it is, in defense. Plus the Feliz. So defense isn't that great. Attack's not going to be that great either, really. But I think we have now entered what I like to call the grind state. Just trading nibs back and forth. Playing Rocky Face. So draw 1 card. Back to Vanquish Soul turn. Typhon. Okay, obviously there wasn't anything more to do here. We just need to return the Nib token, Nibiru token. Poke for 29. Passing back over. With 1 card left in hand. Top decking a card. What have we got? We know we've got the Ash Blossom. There was... Is that a Parlor? Was Chamber returned to the hand? I don't remember there being any little Dragonmaids left on the field. So... Starting with Parlor. Parlor is basically the Foolish Burial of the Dragonmaid archetype. So that's how you're going to get your level 7 or higher Dragonmaid monster into the grave if you want to. Or in this case, you're going to be putting Chamber. Must be a reason for that. I'm assuming we're going to try and bring Chamber back. Yeah. Change over. Return it back to the hand. We've got the ability to fuse now. So we're going to fuse. Use it. Is that a Draw and Lock Bird? Yeah, it was. Draw and Lock Bird and Parlor to go into the Secturion Dragon. Secturion Dragon is going to have the ability to... Oh, it ain't going to have no ability because Typhon's going to negate it, right? Yeah, Typhon's not negated. So you're going to have to attack the Typhon first, get it off the field, and then use the effect. What am I missing? I swear Secturion Dragon is like 3k, right? What have I missed? It is 3k. Oh, yo! It loses 100 tap for each banished card, and because Tidying was banished, it was on 29. Oh, that's so good. That's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really funny. So it wasn't affected by Typhon. I would like to think that obviously he didn't, but I'd like to think that's like just 2020 thinking. So moving into game number 2. Now, I don't know if Vanquish Soul bricked, or are we letting Dragonmaid go first as like a counter? I think they bricked, because we're going to go Parlor, send, Lopar, fuse into Lady, and then no, wait, oh, special summon Chamber. There we go. Are you really going to start yawning while I'm trying to record? Am I boring you, my dear? My dog's joined me for the recording. That's why you can hear like little pity patters in the background. That'll be her tail wagging and then her yawning and being loudly disruptive as usual. Can't get anything done with you around, can I? Okay, we're trading Ash for the Ketu, shutting off access to Dragontails. We're then going to activate what looks like Changeover, which is going to allow us to fuse. It looks like there's an Ash Blossom in Dragonmaid's hand. And then, what else we got here? We're just trying to figure out what to fuse, right? Oh, is that Thamena? Thamena and Magnamut. Wow, that's interesting. To go into Arfulion. Wow. Oh, that makes sense, because then Arfulion's just going to add them back anyway. So you've basically got a free set of Ketu, of Rahu. I would be very careful now, right? Because what are we on? We're already on Nib territory? No, we're on 4 summons. I wouldn't do any more summons. Did we set a trap card? No, stop! Don't get greedy! Stop! I know you're only on like 5/5. Are we just going to play into Nib? Like, your opponent's brick. They haven't done anything. Ah, okay, fine. Now we've got Shu. So now we've got the Omni. Alright, fine. Makes sense. I apologise. And now, what? Rahu? Rahu go for Gomel. And then that's got to be game, right? Because you just go into... you've already recycled the Thamena. You can also trigger the Arfulion to bring it back as well, which is really cool. Send the Magnamut. Go into the Gomel. Are we building the chain here? We're not going to use Arfulion? Maybe the Arfulion was missed. Setting Ketu. I mean, there's enough on board now, right? Or on field, sorry. That's 3k off of Shu. I think Shu's above 3k, actually. What is Shu? Yeah, Shu's 35. Okay, we are using Arfulion. So Arfulion's going to come back. Yeah, let's game. The fist bump's there. Oh my god, it was a go second hand. It was Duster. Is that an Azuna? Duster, Talents. Maybe it was a Lantern. Rough. Anyway, really good duel. A lot of back and forth during duel number 1. Duel number 2, not so great, but, you know, part and part of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels. And I'll see you on the next one.